Okay, guys, here we go. February 21st, looking at the 2-minute chart of AMD Advanced Micro Devices. And we had a big gap down red candle here, but no follow through. Okay, it was like the market did a 180 and ran this thing back up. But what we're kind of, cautious of right now is the current price action. We haven't, now we're over the 20 and the 200, and I'll explain more about that in a minute, and this low pivot zone right there. Okay, if we get back under there again, I like to see this thing pop back up. Oh man, come on, I missed it. Okay, we're not going to chase. We're going to see if we can't get a violent push back up to the upside. See, it's already wicked under here, a couple of times previous. And I'd like to get it a little bit higher before we make a move. Okay, let's see. Now, basically, this is one big, if you think about it, this is all one big red candle down here, okay? Just like that, okay? And then price has moved up into that red candle, but it's not that strong of a move. What you really want, instead of that V-shaped recovery, you want a W, which is stronger and better. And a lot of these V-shaped, especially on these smaller time frames, will not hold up as well, if that makes sense. And now we're back under the 20 and the 200. Let me explain about that. And well, before I do that, okay, I don't want to lose what I already made here, but we're in this, obviously this upper area here. We need another close. Now, if we just, I'm not really worried about this particular green candle here. Maybe just be a pause candle, then we get continuation to the downside is what I'm looking for. Let me get rid of that. And then about the 20 and the 200, this is very, very important. This happens 1000% of the time when they come together. Price, because they're both lagging indicators. In other words, they both follow price. The 20 and the 200. The 20 is smaller time frame, so it's going to move quicker and faster, and it'll push up, follow price to the upside, and get far and away from the 200, or price will drop through the bottom, under the 20 and the 200, and the 20 will cross down and follow price to the downside. So that's just a hint there. Now, let me go over here. You always look left to see where your potential support or resistance is. And looking right in here, see how this is always consolidation, price hold, price held, and then it got up over. Okay, I'm getting ready to get out. Okay, 310, that was 310. Of course, I was going to say, of course, you always, once you get out, always continues back to the downside. But anyway, real quick, a little in and out there this morning. And as you can see, that did, well, for right this second, that seems to have been a support zone. So you got to look over to the left, see where that potential support zone is. And let's see, tell you what, well, I'm not going to have you sit here and watch paint dry. But yeah, that's how we like to get in and out of these things. Now these are day trades, but at the same time, the same concept, same skills, same techniques are used, on a daily chart, a swing trade chart, all that stuff. In other words, you want to stay in a few days off the daily chart, go to a daily chart and trade it. Same principle, same, it works on every time frame, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. But anyway, people like these videos short and sweet, and so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it with you. And yeah, if I was playing this, um, if we close above that 20, see that was short, looking for more downside. Good thing I didn't get greedy and hold in there. We then took it at that potential, because nothing's for sure until it, closes. support zone over here to the left. And that takeout candle here got 40 seconds. Should get a little bit of continuation on it because of the damage it did to the shorts. It took out all this area here. Okay, if over the next 20 seconds, whatever, we close there, and preferably close above all of this right here. See, wick over, couldn't get over it, couldn't get over it, sell off, sell off, sell off, sell off. Okay. So yeah, that's why I always wait until these things close for confirmation. Got another second to go. And as you can see, we're pulling back in there. Now, if we roll over to the top, in other words, this rolls over, goes green, possibly quick long position. But see, if we had gotten FOMO, fear of missing out, and locked in up here, then yeah, we'd be in trouble right now. So that's why, even on a 2-minute chart, daily, whatever, we always wait for confirmation. Let's show you on even on Bitcoin here, the daily. Yeah, every candle is 1 day of price action. And this is the one, it was green up here um, on, Thursday the 16th, and everything was great in the world. But it sold off, okay? And a lot of people got caught up here. And, well, that's another story for another time. But, both the longs and the shorts got within 24 hours really head faked here and shook out. So that's why we, want to wait for confirmation, I guess what I'm trying to say. But okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. And follow us on Twitter, Crypto Charts Joe, and our Patreon members site. The link is below as well. And we will see you on the charts.